Your audience on YouTube is evolving. They're tired of the flashy, fast-paced editing videos. And now your audience is craving for something new. Hi, I'm Helmi. I'm growing 2 YouTube channels of my own and helping my clients grow their YouTube channels as well. I've been publishing a lot of YouTube videos and I've been experimenting with this new editing style and I've been seeing positive results. So in this video, I'm going to show you what it is and how you can easily do it too, so you can quickly implement this in your videos before other people get on the trend. So a little backstory here. To keep the average view duration high or the retention graph as flat as possible, many YouTubers had to resort to fast-paced editing with lots of shouting dialogues, rapid-paced videos, jump cuts, flashy transitions, and flashy animations. So these type of editing is called retention editing and has been popularized by people like Mr. Beast. So it's basically jamming as many effects as possible into the video to visually stimulate the viewer to stick around till the end of the video. So over the past few years, many YouTubers, especially in the entertainment niche, has copied Mr. Beast and started to outdo one another. For obvious reason, it simply works. Until now though. So before you decide to jump on this retention editing bandwagon and start hiring retention video editors, I'm going to stop you here and tell you that's a terrible idea for your channel. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I see 3 main problems with retention editing. So the first problem is most YouTubers will look for an editor that can do the retention style editing because it's simply too complicated for a normal person to do it yourself. There's a lot of skills involved. And after paying that editor to edit your videos like Mr. Beast, you'll find out very quickly that your video will end up looking exactly the same as everybody else. So as a digital entrepreneur, ask yourself, why would you pay a lot of money only to blend in with other videos? You'll never get new business opportunities by blending in. Reason number 2, your YouTube channel is about you. You're the star of the show. It's a way for you to brand yourself online. It's where strangers get to know you and like you by subscribing. They'll get into your funnel. And if they like you enough, they'll eventually do business with you. That's how it works. If you do a lot of retention editing, you are making it hard for the audience to connect with you, the star of the show. Why? Because they're artificially stimulated all the time with all the flashy edits. They're distracted. So why would you deliberately dilute your audience's attention away from you? The reason number 3, this retention style editing will attract a lower attention span audience. This could be younger folks who don't have a lot of spending power. But if you're watching my channel, you're probably a business owner looking to use YouTube to promote your offer. Ask yourself, who can afford your offer? Chances are it's other business owners, and they're probably not that young. At the very minimum, maybe 25 or a lot older. So would a retention edited style video resonate with your target audience, or would it turn them off? Okay, I'm 36 and I can't stand these fast-paced videos. I think it's childish, and maybe the YouTubers who rely too much on the retention style editing, they probably have something to mask. Like, what are you trying to hide? Like you have no edge? So as the years go by, the audience and therefore YouTube is changing. So nowadays, despite all of us living in a hyper-connected digital world, the truth is a lot of us are craving genuine human connection. We want genuine friendship, attention, and quality conversations. The YouTubers who understand and satisfy this insecurity will dominate on YouTube or any social media platform for that matter. So I'm going to go over some examples of YouTubers who do not use retention editing. The video style is a little bit slow paced, a little bit more genuine, but they're dominating on YouTube. All right, so the first person I want to show is this lady called Lynette Atkins. So she's a lifestyle YouTuber very far away from what I'm doing because I'm actively searching for videos about content marketing. One of her videos shows up, this one right here, the secret of content creation I wish I knew sooner. So I'm going to play a video a little bit and I'm sure going to show you what I'm talking about.
Once you really start kind of embarking on this journey, if you haven't already, I encourage you to almost immediately start sharing what that journey looks like on whatever platforms you feel the most comfortable sharing this on. Maybe that's YouTube for you.
I mean, okay, just look at this video. Literally, there's no editing. Maybe they cut the empty parts, but that's it. Like, she just puts her camera inside her house somewhere and start talking to the camera as if it was her friend, right? And to me as a viewer, I'm like, oh, she really knows what she's talking about. I like her vibe. And I used to have a friend like this that talks like her and this intimate. So I subbed to her channel right away and I've been following her growth ever since. She's been growing tremendously to 288,000 subscribers. I think over a year ago, she was only about 100K when I first discovered her. This shows that you don't need to necessarily have the overly edited videos to make it on YouTube. Because at the end of the day, the star of the show of your YouTube channel is you. I watch her videos and I subscribe to her because I want to hear what she has to say because I like her vibe. So that's what you need to target for your own channel as well. You want that connection with your audience. All right, so the second YouTuber is Daniel Fazio. So this guy is the OG in the digital business / cold email space. So he has this YouTube channel to promote his coaching program, which costs a lot of money. But the whole point of this channel is to, number 1, make people know that he exists. 2, make people like him through his videos and his personality. 3, to enter his funnel by downloading his free lead magnet and eventually becoming his student. So I'm going to show you one of his videos that did really well, like this one, why nobody's buying your stuff. Look at the thumbnail. I would say minimal editing, if any.
If you just say a niche, like you have a headline on your website, and you just say a niche, it works better. Like, oh, if I say plumbers instead of local businesses, it's gonna work better. But it's completely fucking wrong.
You see that? This guy even stutters and everything, but that actually makes him more human and different than the overly polished other videos out there. It makes people remember, oh, this is Daniel. And the way he talks to the camera is like he's talking to a friend, and he really vibes with me, and like he connects with me, you know? And look, pretty decent views. He has 15K subscribers right now. He's doing really well. I'm pretty sure this guy will make it big someday. So the point is, again, you don't need fancy editing. You just have to be yourself and connect with your audience and talk to them like they're your buddy. You know, that's what people crave. People want that. All right, the third example is this girl called Dina Lu. So one of her videos popped out on my feed, and it was about this one. What's it like blowing up for the first time on YouTube and sharing my goals? Dude, as a YouTuber myself, I was like, whoa, I haven't blown up and I want to know what that feels like, right? So it definitely works with my curiosity there. So anyways, let's take a look at her videos.
Of 2022 have been really great. Like, I feel like I have so much more energy. I have so much more space to be creative and to really work on the things that I want to do. So that's when I started my Etsy shop in November.
In her case, she does have a little bit of editing. You notice that there's a little bit of B-roll, there's a little bit of zooming in, zooming out, but that's about it. It's very simple editing. She does not use the overly edited retention style editing. She talks very confidently to the camera. Her journey as a YouTuber resonates with me. I'm also growing YouTube channels. And to top it off, her personality is quite pleasant. So from I didn't know this girl, now I like her and I follow her, and then I download her lead magnet. And then from time to time, she promotes her coaching program, whatever, maybe I consider to buy. So you see how it works? And also going back to our main point, you do not need fancy retention style editing. No, you don't. Look at her. Okay, so the final YouTuber I want to show you is the OG of unedited videos. It's called Creek Wrangler School. It's this guy who's a cowboy. This channel is about information about horses, saddles, track, riding. So basically country stuff.
It's very warming, just like chili is, but I have a hard time with tomatoes and tomato sauces and tomato chilies and stuff. So she does this instead. So anyhow, that was waiting for me, so we had that up.
It's just some old guy in his farm and talks to the camera, spitting out wisdom. Look at this, 51,000 views 4 days ago, 982K subs. So all of these are really good channels and creators that I admire. You can see a pattern here, right? The star of the show is you. You gain subscribers because the viewer likes you, the way you talk naturally, as if you're talking to a friend. So I've given you my reasoning on how I discovered these people and then how I eventually subscribed to them, downloaded the lead magnet, and potentially become their clients. So your audience will be going through a similar journey as well. Retention style editing will not help you get there. You just need to be yourself. So how do you get in on this new editing style? Well, the best way I can explain this is you need to make the audience feel like you're their friends and you're having an intimate conversation. It's kind of like if you used to have this friend that you're kind of close, but then they moved away and all of a sudden like, hey, I'm going to be in town this weekend. Let's go hang out and catch up at a local bar or cafe. Then when you meet, you're going to be really happy and you're going to be talking really intimately, right? That's the vibe you should be aiming for. I call this the catching up with a friend at a cafe vibe. So I want you to always have this top of mind when you're talking to the camera and recording yourself. Number one, your audience want to feel connected. You should be their friend, big brother, big sister, father, mother, whatever that they wish they had. 2, they want to hear your stories, not your tutorials. 3, they want to connect with you, not the fancy editing. So everybody's catching up with a friend vibe will be different because we all have different personalities. You got to experiment what works for you, where you feel the most natural talking to the camera. So if you do this right, you will, number one, spend less time and money on video editing because it's going to be super simple. You can hire a cheaper editor or maybe you just do it yourself. Number 2, you'll look unique, genuine, and therefore you'll eliminate competition because there's only one you in this world. 3, you'll get die-hard fans, people who like you for who you are and not because of the fancy editing. 4, because you don't have to edit so much, you can pump out a lot more content to make your channel grow a lot faster. And lastly, number 5, because this new style of editing is a lot simpler, but it also gives you a lot more impact to your audience, you'll actually enjoy creating videos. And that'll help to prevent you from burnout. So now you know what kind of videos is in trend. Your next thing to do is to make sure that the thumbnails are good enough for people to click on your video in the first place. So if you want to know how to do that, watch this video right here.